certainly have a very good physique, Calum. There's no question about that. How old are you now?
24.
24. Wow. Now, what would you say? I mean, you've got a long way to go, and you're still so big. But what would you say your weakest body part was, and what would you say your strongest body part was?
I think my arms are dominant in proportion. They tend to. I find it easy to put on size in my arms. My weak part, I would say, is probably maybe some calves or some lower back. My lats still need a bit of work. So you know, I mean, if I could keep going, I would probably just name everything because it's the nature of this sport. But to work on, especially, would be calves to bring up into proportion with my upper body, and maybe some lats too. But yeah, otherwise I think it's getting closer. Yeah.
Now you're currently competing in the WFF rather. So I mean that's a different league to the IFBB. So does that mean that you don't see yourself moving into the Mr. Olympias of the world, or is that a goal one day?
Well, it's a. I mean, I started. The first federation was I competed with was like with the NABO and the WFF, and they looked after me very well, and I liked the classes they had, the tall class, and I sort of ruled myself out from the Mr. Olympia because I always thought that to be Mr. Olympia you have to go down that road of getting your physique to a particular size, and so I just wanted to keep it into a classic shape. So I mean, at the moment I'm really enjoying with this federation. It's an opportunity to travel around the world and compete in different countries, and you know, it's a great title to hold, the Mr. Universe title. So yeah, it's really helps and build me up. So while it's good, got to keep going with it, you know.
Now, what about in terms of traveling around the world? How hard is that to have, you know, keep your nutrition on song and your supplementation? It must be hard, mate.
It was a challenge, especially when I was competing and traveling, because I remember I try and prep all my meals and trying to find places where I'd get, you know, enough protein and low carbs and stuff. But at the moment, it's like now I got a better understanding of my body, and I can relax a little bit. I've got a very unique metabolism. It just seems to work overtime. So at the moment, it hasn't been a hassle. It's more about just getting the rest and the sleep in. Sometimes can be a bit tricky for me. So. Well,
Calum, you're a champion. Thank you so much for your time. One more quick question: acting. Ever thought about acting? You've got the frame. You've got the look. What do you reckon?
Absolutely, yeah. It's something that I'm currently pursuing, is to step out of this niche and into the mainstream, you know, the public eye, and trying to get into some high fashion and you know, some print commercial. But acting is also something that I'm very interested in, and there's a few opportunities coming up later this year, and hopefully some castings over in Europe that I'm looking forward to attending. So
say more about it.
All I know right now is that there's a film, a new Gladiator film that's and they're looking for bodybuilders out of the expos in around Europe. So hopefully I'm going to catch up with them in May for a casting. So yeah.
Best of luck. We might be looking at the next Arnold.
We'll see.
Thank you so much, Calum. You're a champion.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.